What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the CEOCAST, the #1 platform for showcasing business and entrepreneurship. Now, today, we're doing a slightly different episode. I'm going to be answering all your questions off the back of me doing a podcast with my twin. Now, unfortunate news, I'm not be able to be here with my twin right now because he died. He died pretty much. So I'm here with my brother, Mikey Mellin.
How you doing, my brother?
The host of the BlueTick Show in the BlueTick studio.
That's true. We're here.
Here to take over.
You've told everyone your twin has died.
Yeah.
You can't just leave people there because you need to literally give them a bit of background information on that. You can't just say my twin's dead.
What do you want me to say?
You got to tell the truth.
All right. We had no twin. Raheem has no twin. Why am I talking first person? I have no twin. I for people who don't know and didn't make it to the end of the podcast, I did say that I don't have a twin, but I went to Saudi Arabia to perform a pilgrimage. For those who don't know, and in that pilgrimage you shave your hair, which is why my hair is now short. So that's that. Guys,
while you're watching this right now, go down to the comments and tell us what you prefer: short hair or long hair.
Yeah, do you know what I actually do want to know? Because I'm slightly rocking with the short hair, but I do miss the long hair at the same time. But I do like the short hair more. You've been telling me as well, keep it short.
I think it looks better.
I need to grow it out. Obviously, man, just look like I've just come back from Turkey with hair transplant and that, but that's not the case.
So look, people on here, this is the follow-up.
Yeah.
This is to answer all the questions that all the viewers had.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a few questions, so tell us a little bit. That was, you sat there, you went on there, you asked yourself questions.
Mm-hmm.
Very good podcast. Something
Appreciate it, mate.
Not seen before.
Did you watch
genuinely. Of course I watched it. What do you mean?
The whole thing?
Genuinely, I did.
Are you sure?
You can check.
All right.
You can check. I watched it all and I thought to myself, what a fucking genius. It is such a good idea. The way you done it, the way it come out.
Yeah, because you didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
You told me, obviously, you were going to do this. And when I saw you filming an episode, I thought, fucker, filming another episode of himself. I swear to you.
Because let me say this as well, people. After this podcast goes live at 8 p.m. today, there's going to be a podcast with me and Mikey where he's going to be interviewing me on the BlueTick Show. That was from about, I want to say 2 months ago.
That was when you hit 100k.
Yeah.
That was
when that was
when that was your 100k special.
Yeah.
Now you're at 105k.
107.
Get right, mate. No need to show off.
Yeah, come on.
No need to show off.
No, but that podcast was absolutely nerve-wracking.
Yeah, no.
I remember that.
So for people who know Mr. CEOcast, he's 110 episodes in now, I'd say, yeah?
Yeah, something like that.
He shit himself. I wish we'd done a behind the scenes of that, because every 5 minutes of that episode, he was going, am I okay? Am I doing all right? Is this okay?
That was the first ever podcast I had done where I was being interviewed. This was filmed before the podcast where you saw with my twin. My twin.
Yeah.
So this was the first ever time, and it was nerve-wracking. And that's coming out tonight at 8 p.m. So make sure you all tune in. I'm going to link Mikey's channel below in the description, so you're able to click right here. And maybe at the end of the podcast as well, you can, it will go into the next video.
Well, listen, you're watching this one. It's on after that, so just tune straight over to there.
Yeah.
So look, we got questions.
Mm-hmm.
So Raheem, listen, that podcast you released, the title was, I'm deleting this in 24 hours. And I remember I texted you straight away being like, yo, well, you actually deleted it. And I made sure I watched it just in case.
Yeah.
Video's still up.
Yeah, no, I generally was going to delete it. And everyone added me saying, clickbait, you didn't have to do this to get us viewers in and all that sort of stuff, which, I hear that and I'm very sorry. But you know what? My intention was generally to delete after 24 hours. However, the response that we got from it was amazing. Unreal. Probably some of the, on a podcast that I've done in the past, out of 110 episodes, that was probably some of the greatest response that I've had, in terms of good feedback and everything. And I was always skeptical and scared of putting myself out there and everything, which is why I was nervous on your podcast. And so when I was like, you know what, I'm talking, to me in my head, I'm not that inspirational character, and I'm not trying to be. So I was like, you know what, let me just take it off. Let me take it offline. That's my plan, to take it off after 24 hours. It will literally be up there for the people who wanted to see that podcast at 100,000 episodes, 100,000 subscribers, and then I'll take it off. But
go on.
Because it was so good, I was like, yeah, let's keep it there, man. People love it. People appreciate it. I got loads of messages off the back of it. So I was like, you know what?
Because I was just about to say, when you post every Sunday, you see a few people reshare it, a few people post this, but your episode, everybody was resharing it.
Yeah, that took off.
I reshared it as well. Every single person I know.
That got so many views in the show. You know how we're always after the views and stuff like that. Yeah, but that, when I tell you that, I think that done 30,000 overnight. No, not even overnight, because before I had even slept. Because don't forget, I was in Istanbul.
Oh yeah.
And before you even slept, it was on 30,000 views.
Because I remember the next morning it was at 40k when I checked it.
Yeah. So I was in Adana, yeah, and when I got on the flight, it was on 10,000 views. When I landed, it was only hour and a half flight. When I landed, it was on 30,000 views, and then 50,000 overnight. Peanut, what do you mean? Yeah, brownie point. That's Mr. Mellin asking for one, a brownie point and everything. Standard Mr. Mellin.
So look, when you filmed the episode with me, you were shitting yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. But when you filmed with yourself, or I don't even know how you worked that podcast out because it turned out perfect. What was that like? Nerve-wracking or?
No, it was easy. No, it was easy conversation, but the process of doing that podcast was so hard.
How did you do it?
Okay, so how we done it was, there's a vlog on it, so I'm gonna link that up here right now so you can watch it. But basically, it was me and my boy Hasib.
Yeah.
He was Khalid at the time, yeah, and I was Raheem. So he's asking me exactly, you know, as the podcast was. And then when I came back from Umrah, shaved my head, and I basically got on camera and repeated exactly what he said. So everything that Khalid said in that podcast is what Hasib said. Even like where he's violating me or he's saying something that doesn't make sense, like how these two having banter, scripted something. I was literally what he said.
You were just basically scripting word for word what he said.
Yeah.
Smart
but
idea.
my instruction was to him was like, violate me because you're meant to be my brother and brothers have that violation. And it worked out. Worked out good.
It was,
so many people actually still feel I got a twin. It's mad.
Well, listen, we went to the mosque the other day, yeah? We was in the mosque. Guy comes over to us and he's like, CEOCAST, and he's like, no, that's my brother. And I'm sat there as like an outsider. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, surely this guy don't believe him. And he sat there and he's like, oh yeah, you look a lot like him. I can tell. And I'm like,
he's like,
tell the guy you're joking.
He's like, yeah, let him know that he's got a good podcast and everything like that. I was like, yeah, don't worry, bro, I will and everything.
And you didn't even tell him?
I told him in the end.
In the end, yeah, because I told you to.
After about 10 minutes of conversation, I told him, yeah, I'm actually the same person, you know. I felt sorry for him.
Yeah, and the thing is, that ain't been the first time. That's happened loads.
I thought, you know, let me run with it. Because it was so funny, you know, when we were in Turkey, when this podcast come out, yeah, I made it act like me and Khalid had beef.
I saw.
Yeah, which spiraled a whole lot of traction onto the podcast. And so, I don't know how, I was with Faris, obviously, in Turkey. Shout out Faris KBT. And for some reason, Khalid was now an enemy to him.
What's a Faris?
Yeah. So Faris, we'd been doing these Instagram videos where, you know, he'd been chasing me down. He saw me in the mosque apparently in Hagia Sophia.
I saw that.
Then we were in a gun range.
And the airport as well.
And the airport as well, yeah. In the gun range, and he put a gun to my chest. Not loaded, of course, but it was a real gun. I will put that video on the side right now so you can see it. But yeah, and then Khalid became his character now, and let's do some dua for him because he's not here anymore.
Rest in peace, Khalid.
Yeah. Well, actually, which one's died though, Raheem or Khalid? Because Raheem had the long hair and Khalid's...
No, but Raheem's still here. You can't say Raheem's
By the way, you know the reason why he was named Khalid? Because my name's Raheem Khalid, and no one clocked onto that. That was the first thing.
I didn't even clock that myself. Now,
yeah, I don't know how no one clocked that. My name's Raheem Khalid, and Raheem and Khalid, I don't know how no one put the two together. But it is what it is.
But in the video, it can pass as brothers. Like twins. Because it is such a massive change. You've got long hair, you've got no hair. People do think, well, shit, maybe it's not him.
Yeah, but first thing first, your surname's Melin.
Yeah,
Are you going to name your son Melin?
I'm Mikey and this is Melin.
Melin.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make any sense. But where do we go from here?
We need questions.
Let's see if we got any questions on Instagram.
So look, Raheem, a lot of people want to know how much YouTubers make. And in your podcast, I thought you was going to really reveal how much you made.
You know what? When I was editing that podcast, I didn't even clock that I didn't answer the question. Yeah. But then, I didn't answer the question. I beat around the bush. However, I'm glad I did because, like I said, me and you done a podcast and the answers are on there. So it was kind of, you know, save some stuff for your podcast, obviously, and stuff like that. Yeah. And to be fair, do you know, me and you had a much better podcast, I think. Because obviously you was asking me questions naturally.
Do you know what I think with ours, that's what I was about to say. With ours, as much as I'm your friend, I'm also interested in what you've done. Mm-hmm. So I can talk to you. And because I do podcasts now, I can relate to you in some things and ask you questions that a stranger might not be able to ask you. Like, for example, what's your YouTube revenue? What's your sponsorship revenue? Some people might not know you get paid from sponsors. Yeah. Whereas I know it. So I can ask you questions like that.
He knows it. Man's getting paid.
No. BlueTick Show, humble.
Yeah, we're humble as well, bro. But you're getting paid, man.
Yes, do, bro.
How much did you get paid the other day? Are you willing to say it on camera?
No, bro. No? This is the CEOCAST. As you could say, the name's on the chest.
What I will say is I earn £12,499 a month, a year.
You just had a chat with your accountant, yeah? That's what it is. You just had a chat with your accountant.
It's up to 12.5, innit? Or it's tax-free.
Now you're trying to stay under the bracket, yeah? You think I don't know? No, but look, one thing I will touch on, I heard CEOCAST is going on tour.
Yeah.
Can we mention that? No.
Yeah, we can. We might as well.
Yeah, CEOCAST going on tour.
Yeah. I don't think this podcast is going to get many views anyway, so this is just going to be for the people who
why
actually watch
doubting
CEO.
it? What do you mean
I'm not
CEOcast
doubting
ain't
it.
going to get many views?
Because it's not like a
full
guest
podcast.
episode, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not like
true,
a full
I hear
podcast.
that.
This is only a 20-minute episode or whatever the case is. It's been 13 minutes right now. We've got waffle for 7 more minutes minimum.
This is just a little follow-up episode.
Yeah, a little follow-up
because
episode.
Raheem needs a quick episode to just fill the gap right
Yeah,
now. That's what it is.
yeah. And we got bangers coming after.
Yeah, you got big baggers. Big baggers
We'll
coming.
mention the fact that we're going to Dubai in a bit as well. But what was your question off the back of what you just
That's
said?
what it was about Dubai.
No, you said tour.
Yeah, on tour.
Oh, you
I
talk about
was
Dubai.
talking about Dubai.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no,
talk
but you
about
wanna
tours
talk about-
different. Yeah, so obviously we've got
okay.
the event coming up. That's in the process of getting organised. I thought it would be organised by the time I came back from Umrah. However, we've had some slight delays and whatnot. So there is a link in the description as well for people who want to sign up. All you got to do is put your name, email address, and the guests that you want to see and whatnot, so we can extract
So
as
make
much
sure
data from that.
All put Mikey Mellin, yeah?
You're going to be there in your
Yeah.
backstage pass and that VIP service, everything. But yeah, it's literally just to extract information from you to see what you actually want from the event. So make sure you sign up in the link in the description, and you'll be able to, get notified as soon as tickets go on sale, really.
And what I will say on that is I've seen a little behind the scenes of where the event's going to be, how it's looking. And guys, trust me,
Proper.
as you lot know, CEO production is 10-10.
Yeah.
The tour's going to be 10-10.
Big budgets on that.
Big.
Do you know what, on real talks, I'm probably going to make a big loss on this event.
Yeah, but it's
But I really want to do it.
no, but it
So-
is looking sick. What you've shown me and the way you've envisioned it and told me,
Yeah.
when you do it,
I just want to do it because I've been having it in my mind for now. Now that we've got 100K, it's like a statement. We can do it.
100,000 subscribers.
100,000
How does that feel?
subscribers.
Honestly, how does that feel?
You asked me that on your podcast.
Yeah, I know, but come on, we've got to give people a little bit of something.
It's good, man. It's good. Alhamdulillah, it's
Does
alright.
it feel any different?
Nah, I'll be real, nah.
End of the year, what's your target?
500K?
Yeah?
Nah, probably 250.
250. Yeah, that's big numbers.
Getting
man.
subscribers is probably the hardest thing to do.
Have you got your YouTube plaque yet?
Yeah.
It come, yeah?
Have I not showed you it?
No.
Yeah, I got it. It's sick.
That's I think that's the
CEO
biggest
I still need to
achievement.
hang up and everything.
I think that's the biggest achievement. Getting the plaque and
Yeah.
then getting the million plaque and then getting the 10 milli.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said on the podcast with you, you're leading up to it 98,000, 99,000. You know, hundreds coming.
Yeah.
It's not going to feel much different, sort of thing. So, it is what it is now. But now it's just, what do we do different to make sure we get to 250? Because I don't want the growth rate to slow down.
So I've heard CEOCast is going to Dubai next week.
I've
believe
heard
it or not.
BlueTick is going to Dubai
I
next
heard
week.
CEOCast and BlueTick are going to Dubai next week.
Yeah, so this is going to come out on Sunday. We're flying on
Thursday.
Wednesday. We're landing on Thursday.
We're flying on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're flying at night. 10 p.m. flight.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Oh, Sky Wednesday.
No, it's fine. We can make it happen. But that's even better for me. So Wednesday, I'm out of the country.
Yeah,
So I'm busy Wednesday.
yeah. We got to be at Heathrow for like, I don't know, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Okay, are we driving?
Don't know. We'll discuss that.
We'll
I don't
sort
think the
that.
audience need to know the travel requirements of
we
us
can-
getting to the podcast.
That was just me chatting to my friends. Sorry, I'm thinking, well, we driving there. What's happening? I don't even know when we're flying. But so, what else is happening in Dubai? Should we tell the people?
Obviously, you're going for your podcast for BlueTick Show. You got bangers lined up there. I've got a few more bangers lined up. I haven't got that many lined up as I usually do, but I just want a holiday. It's my birthday on the 15th of May, so
Oh my god, we're there for your birthday.
yeah. I told you this. Is this you saying this as a friend, or are you
No,
saying this for the
genuinely,
audience?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
swear,
we're there for my birthday.
I never knew
Yeah,
that.
we're there for a few birthdays. You know, my boy Tris, his birthday's on the 13th, so we got a yacht party on the 13th. Yeah,
Yo, this is lit. I never knew about none of this.
on the 15th. I ain't just decided what we're doing, but we'll turn up.
yeah,
Turn up in a halal way, of course.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, going there for my birthday. But other than that, you're doing your podcast, I'm doing my podcast. But I think, should we mention it?
I think we got to mention it.
Yeah.
We got both of us sat at the table right
This
now.
is almost like an insight into what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But me and Mikey are going to have our own podcast.
Well, it's more. I don't know if we call it a podcast because it's a podcast, but it's also going to be different things with the podcast. It's not just
the
the podcast. It's
yeah.
going to be daily vlog. Well, not daily vlogs because we're going to try our best.
But basically, everything behind the scenes, we're going to have chats like this.
It's going to be
catch up
like a
between
look
two
into our
friends.
life kind
Look
of
into
thing.
our life sort of thing. Because you know what it is, we're constantly interviewing people. We never get to showcase our own personalities. So we thought, you know what, let's just have a podcast where we say whatever the hell we want to say, talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, and just have banter with it. And bring on some guests here and there and whatnot. You know, we estimate it to be really, really big. I'm going to make the channel tonight.
That's what I was going to say. So the link will be in the bio with this video.
Yeah.
And let's set a challenge right now, yeah?
What?
We fly to Dubai on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
This comes out on Sunday. We've got 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
How many subscribers should we say we got to hit?
500?
Nah.
What?
1,000 subs.
All right. I'm saying, are we doing a bet sort of thing? I'll tell you what this year. What car do you want to get in Dubai?
What car do I want to
Yeah,
get?
what car do you want to drive in Dubai? Put a rental one as the bet.
But it's a bit mad because I don't care about the rental.
If we don't hit 1,000 subscribers, you rent me a Hurricane for my birthday. Yeah. And if we do,
you man better click that subscribe button.
if we do, I'll give you. I don't know. What do you want?
I don't care about the bet. I just want the channel to be a success. Yeah, we'll make the bet happen. Whatever you want for your birthday, we got sorted. Don't
Link
worry
up
about
here
it,
and in the description,
guys. Let's smash that subscribe button and let's see if we can make. Should we tell them channel name and stuff?
Nah.
Why not?
Don't know. Just to keep it a surprise. We've got to keep some elements.
But when they click subscribe, they're gonna see the channel name.
They might not. We'll just leave it as Mikey and Raheem's channel.
Okay.
And then when the first episode comes out, that's when.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, hit subscribe on that. Let's make that hit 1,000 before we come out. And there's some big things coming to that channel. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to sit here and brag about it too much, but there's some big things coming to that channel.
There is big things. We've got big ones lined up in Dubai. Oh, we're starting off in Dubai. I didn't ever mention that, but we're starting it off in Dubai. I'm just going through some questions on the podcast to see if there's anything. People said Patrick Bet-David did the same thing. I rate it, brave thing to do. Honestly, when I recorded it, I didn't even know Patrick Bet-David did it, but I saw his one and it was sick as well. He's an inspiration, 100%. Someone said, "Don't delete it, bro. It's Ramadan. Give us some time to watch it. Hopefully, you watched it now." Thank you, everyone.
I got one question.
Go on.
A quick question, yeah. Really off topic. It's just a question I thought of.
Go on, my friend.
If you could have anybody in the world to interview you, who would it be?
Mikey Mellon.
No. Come on, man. Seriously, genuine. If you could have anyone in the world to interview you.
To interview me, like if I was to go into another podcast.
If you were to go into another podcast, yeah. Because you interview people all day. You interview the biggest of the biggest, from Andrew Tates to successful businessmen, entrepreneurs, and all of that. But if you could have someone to interview you and dive into your life, who would it be?
I like a lot of people's podcasts, man. I like Nelk Boys. They're sick. Yeah. I think everyone would expect me to say Joe Rogan. I just wouldn't understand the geezer. Talks very spiritually and everything.
Yeah, he's very spiritual.
Well, who else? I don't know, you know. Honestly, I ain't got a clue. Whose podcast do I actually love? Mike Thurston, 100%. He's a sick guy.
Impulsive,
yeah, 100%. Impulsive. Yeah, now you got to be thinking.
Impulsive.
I'd go on Mo Vlogs one. I might do that in Dubai while we're there. Who else?
You're a successful podcaster, YouTuber. You're doing well. 100,000 subscribers. You can't knock it. Yeah. You're making good money. Yeah. Decent. We've seen the M4. We've seen you doing well. See the little watch on your wrist as well.
I'm pretty sure you had this exact same line in your podcast.
I know I did, but we see it all. What do you do with your money? Because you're not a flashy guy. I know you. You don't go out. You don't.
Khalid is, but he's dead now.
You're not though. You don't go out to fancy restaurants. You don't do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your money? Unless you just got loads in the bank.
No. Save it, invest it, chuck it in crypto, chuck it in stock, chuck it in whatever. I rarely have any cash money, liquid there, equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always find ways to reinvest and make more money. Money makes money. Because a podcast, if you're relying on just YouTube money, you're staying broke. Yeah, so with the YouTube money, just chuck it in, I don't know, crypto, stocks, whatever the case may be, property.
Right now, what's your biggest investment?
Biggest investment right now? I haven't invested in anything for a while, to be fair. Biggest investment I probably got is probably just stocks.
Cryptos?
No, stocks.
Normal
like company stocks, yeah.
Okay. I never even knew.
Cryptos, not so much. Crypto's so volatile, man. We're flipping pisses me off.
Cryptos is dangerous.
Yeah, remember we done that episode when I'm in my studio at my house?
Yeah.
You
were talking about
XRP and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck me, man. That was
what I'm saying, volatile. Look at XRP now.
What's it at now?
I don't know, like 40p, something like that.
Yeah, I sold it at 120.
Yeah. But do you know what? I think there's no point waffling on in this podcast too much. We've got a podcast, me and Mikey have got a podcast coming out at 8 p.m. tonight. So make sure you tune into the BlueTick Show on YouTube. It's going to be linked in the description and it's going to be linked up here as well. So make sure you go and watch that. That's going to be full in-depth, hour-and-a-half interview with myself and Mikey. It's a lot more interesting than the podcast I've done with my twin. I don't know, I keep saying my twin, it doesn't even exist. It's a lot more interesting than the podcast I've done with myself, so make sure you tune into that. Mikey asked me everything, and there was no better person to do the first podcast with than my brother Mikey.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah.
Guys,
I need a question for you lot in the comments, yeah? Because you know, for some people, I say that Mikey is my best friend. And he gets pissed off at that.
Because 1 minute I'm his brother, 1 minute I'm his best friend, and I'm like, bro, pick which one. Which one am I?
So tell me in the comments, you and your best friend, do you call them your brother or do you call them your best friend to other people? And would you get annoyed by it?
I don't care that much. You're making me sound like I'm like a little salty little brother. I don't care that much.
Yes.
Guys, go watch the video. I'll see you soon.
Subscribe. Peace. Love.